Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong. And I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up. And usually, they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Young. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic.
Off he goes. Touchdown time. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Little. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. These two teams always seem to fight tooth and nail, and LSU pulled out a close one last season.
Yeah, the Tigers found a way down the stretch to make plays against the mighty Crimson Tide, get that winning streak going, build some momentum for this year.
And that was huge to their confidence, too, in terms of closing out the season. So if they could put it back-to-back in this one, just think what that would do for this program moving forward.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. LSU right back to the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the field.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Turner. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Collins. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Little. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To save this this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Collins trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Try to get it to the edge. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The handoff to Johnson. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Wants to throw. It's Collins. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
He's got great speed. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those, so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin them deep. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Little. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Scanning the field, it's Collins. Trying to beat the D deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Got it back on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Trying to pound it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Try to barge their way in. Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground game on the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And now on 3rd down, shadow of their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Feeling some heat. And it's picked off. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Back to pass, it's Collins. Using his feet to buy time. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
On second down, looking again to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Past the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out and tries for 6, he'll be lucky.
This is just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. The short hands, it's Hamilton. At the 20, he's got space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown time!
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tilt the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort. Get off a block and make a play. They could not get that done.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really
and he throws another interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Here comes the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he tacks on the extra point. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. And he's tackled at the 2-yard line, and that was a terrible decision to bring it out. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the single back. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Lining up to convert third down. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Complete downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Lowers those pads. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Number 8 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect.
The kick is good. That makes the score Alabama 42.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 32 set to kick it away.
Coming out with it, it's Jefferson. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they've they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Collins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
No.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They make the tackle after he gets two down to the 25.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he just flat ran over it. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He'll do it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. Touchdown tie. And the stomping has commenced. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 25 to Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
On the move, it's Young. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass. They didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Alabama will get the first down.
3rd and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Now on the option. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach.
Running wide open down the Past the 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
To the air, it's Collins. Makes the grab on the left. Knocked off his feet.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
A first down for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.